The text message glowed on Olivia's phone like a cruel joke. Sorry, not feeling it. Heading home. Merry Christmas. She stared at it, sitting alone at the restaurant table adorned with festive decorations, the half-empty wine glass mocking her holiday hopes. If you've ever felt the sting of rejection during what should be the most wonderful time of the year, this story might just restore your faith in the magic of Christmas. Like, subscribe, and join me on this journey of heartbreak and unexpected love. Olivia Matthews never expected a blind date rejection would lead to the greatest gift of her life, a family she never knew she needed until a little girl with bright eyes and a missing front tooth tugged at her coat and asked the question that would change everything. Olivia checked her reflection in the restaurant window one last time before entering. At 32, she had mastered the art of first date preparation, hair styled in loose waves that framed her face, makeup subtle enough to look effortless, and a festive red sweater dress that her best friend Claire insisted brought out the sparkle in her eyes. "Table for Matthews, please," she told the hostess, trying to ignore the flutter of nerves in her stomach. "I'm meeting someone." "Of course. Your companion hasn't arrived yet, but I'll show you to your table." The restaurant was transformed for Christmas, with twinkling lights strung across the ceiling and miniature pine trees adorning each table. Normally, Olivia loved the holiday season, the lights, the music, the sense of possibility that hung in the air like the scent of cinnamon and pine. But this year felt different. After her promotion to senior editor at the publishing house had consumed most of her year, she'd suddenly looked up in December to realize she'd spent another year alone. Which was why she'd finally given in to Claire's persistent attempts to set her up on a blind date. "James is perfect for you," Claire had insisted. "He's smart, he's kind, and he loves books almost as much as you do. Plus, he's been raising his daughter on his own since his wife passed away 3 years ago. He deserves someone special, and so do you." Olivia checked her watch. 7:15 p.m. He was 15 minutes late. She ordered a glass of wine to calm her nerves and scrolled through her phone, pretending not to notice the pitying glances from nearby diners. At 7:30, her phone buzzed. "James, sorry, running late. Be there in 10, Relief washed over her. He was still coming. She sipped her wine and tried to relax, watching the other diners. Couples leaned toward each other, sharing intimate conversations. Families laughed together, children's eyes wide with the excitement of the season. A pang of longing hit her chest. At 7:45, James finally arrived. Olivia recognized him immediately from Claire's description, tall with dark hair streaked with premature silver at the temples, kind eyes behind stylish glasses. He looked harried as he approached the table. "Olivia? I'm James. I'm so sorry I'm late." He didn't sit down. "My babysitter canceled at the last minute, and I had to drop my daughter at my sister's." "No problem at all," Olivia said, smiling warmly. "I'm just glad you made it." Something flickered across his face, hesitation. "Regret?" He glanced at his watch. "Can I get you a drink?" she offered. "Actually." He shifted his weight. "I think I made a mistake coming here tonight." The words hit her like a physical blow. "Oh. You seem lovely, really. But seeing you. I just don't think I'm ready for this." "My wife," he stopped, swallowed. "It's Christmas, and Emma's been having a hard time, and I'm sorry for wasting your time." Before Olivia could respond, he turned and walked away, leaving her sitting alone at the table for two. She sat frozen, the restaurant suddenly too loud, too bright, too full of holiday cheer that felt like it was meant for everyone but her. Her phone buzzed a few minutes later with the text that confirmed what she already knew: "Sorry, not feeling it. Heading home. Merry Christmas." Olivia signaled for the check, determined to leave with her dignity intact. She wouldn't cry. Not here. Not now. She'd save that for when she got home to her empty apartment with its small, artificial Christmas tree and the single present underneath from her parents who lived 3 states away. As she waited for the check, a commotion near the entrance caught her attention. A little girl with wild curls had broken away from a frazzled-looking woman and was running through the restaurant, giggling. "Emma! Emma, come back here right now," the woman called, struggling to navigate between tables with a baby on her hip. The little girl, Emma, darted past Olivia's table, then stopped abruptly, staring at her with curious eyes. She was missing her front tooth, and her holiday dress had what looked like chocolate smeared on one sleeve. "Are you sad?" the girl asked, tilting her head. Olivia blinked in surprise. "I'm okay, sweetie. You look sad." "My daddy says it's okay to be sad sometimes, especially at Christmas, because that's when we miss people the most." The woman, presumably Emma's aunt, finally caught up. "I am so sorry," she said to Olivia. "Emma, we don't bother strangers." "She's not a stranger," Emma declared confidently. "She's the lady from Daddy's phone. The one he was supposed to have dinner with." Olivia felt her cheeks flush as realization dawned. This was James's daughter. And the woman must be his sister. "Oh," the sister said, recognition crossing her face. "You're Olivia?" Olivia nodded, wishing the floor would open up and swallow her whole. "I'm Sarah, James's sister." She shifted the baby to her other hip. "And this little escape artist is Emma." "Nice to meet you both," Olivia managed, her embarrassment competing with confusion. "I thought Emma was with you tonight?" Sarah's brow furrowed. "No, James was taking her to his friend's house for their Christmas movie night. That's why she stopped, understanding dawning on her face. He told you he was leaving her with me, didn't he?" Olivia nodded slowly. Sarah sighed. "My brother is an idiot. He's been doing this for months, setting up dates and then bailing at the last minute. He thinks he's ready to move on, but then he panics." "Daddy said you like books," Emma interjected, seemingly oblivious to the adult conversation. "I like books too. Do you know any stories about princesses who save themselves?" Despite everything, Olivia smiled. "As a matter of fact, I do. I work with books for a living." Emma's eyes widened. "Really? That's the best job ever." "Emma, we should let Olivia enjoy her dinner," Sarah said gently. "But she's all alone," Emma protested. "Nobody should be alone at Christmas. That's what Daddy always says." Sarah looked at Olivia apologetically. "I'm sorry about my brother. And about this interruption." "It's fine, really," Olivia said, surprised to find she meant it. There was something about Emma's earnestness that had cut through her humiliation. "Why don't you come with us?" Emma suggested suddenly. "We're going to see the big Christmas tree in the park and then have hot chocolate." "Oh, Emma, I'm sure Olivia has plans," Sarah began. "Actually, I don't," Olivia admitted. She surprised herself by adding, "and hot chocolate sounds perfect right now." Emma beamed, revealing her missing tooth gap. "See, Aunt Sarah? She wants to come." Sarah studied Olivia for a moment, then smiled. "Well, we'd love the company. James isn't the only one who could use a friend this Christmas." 20 minutes later, Olivia found herself walking through the snow-dusted park, Emma's small hand tucked trustingly in hers as the little girl chattered about her school's holiday pageant and how she got to be a star, not just any star, the biggest star. The park's centerpiece was a massive Christmas tree, its colored lights reflecting off the snow. Families gathered around it, taking photos and singing carols. Emma gasped in delight when she saw it. "It's even bigger than last year," she exclaimed, tugging Olivia forward. "Come on. We have to make a wish." "A wish?" Olivia asked, allowing herself to be pulled along. "Daddy says that if you stand under the big tree and make a wish on Christmas week, it might come true. But only if your wish is about love, not toys." Sarah followed behind with the baby, who had fallen asleep against her shoulder. Family tradition, she explained. Their mom started it. Emma positioned Olivia directly under a branch heavy with ornaments. Close your eyes and wish. Feeling slightly foolish but unwilling to disappoint the child, Olivia closed her eyes. What should she wish for? A moment ago, she might have wished for a date who didn't run away, or maybe for the ground to swallow her whole. But standing there with Emma's small hand in hers, something shifted. I wish to find where I belong, she thought simply. When she opened her eyes, Emma was staring up at her expectantly. Did you wish? I did. Good. Now we get hot chocolate. The café across from the park was crowded but cozy, with Christmas music playing softly and the rich scent of chocolate in the air. They found a small table near the window, and Emma insisted on sitting next to Olivia. So you work with books? Sarah asked as they waited for their drinks. I'm a senior editor at Luminous Press, Olivia explained. I mostly work on children's and young adult fiction. Emma's eyes widened. You make books for kids? I help writers make their stories the best they can be, Olivia explained. That's amazing, Sarah said. James mentioned you worked in publishing, but he didn't say what you did exactly. How much did James tell you about me? Olivia asked, curiosity getting the better of her. Sarah smiled ruefully. Enough that I recognized you immediately. He's been talking about Claire's friend Olivia for weeks. He was really looking forward to meeting you. Until he wasn't, Olivia said, trying to keep the hurt from her voice. My brother is. Sarah paused, choosing her words carefully with Emma listening. He's stuck. After Lisa died, he threw himself into being the perfect dad and just stopped being James. He thinks moving forward means forgetting her, which is ridiculous. Their hot chocolates arrived, Emma's topped with extra whipped cream and sprinkles. Daddy says Mommy is a star now, Emma said matter-of-factly, licking whipped cream from her upper lip. That's why I wanted to be the star in the pageant. So she could see me from heaven. Olivia felt her throat tighten. I bet she was very proud of you. Emma nodded solemnly. Daddy cried, but he said they were happy tears. Sarah touched her niece's curls gently. Your daddy loves you very much. I know, Emma said. But he's sad a lot. That's why I asked Santa for a new mom for Christmas. Olivia nearly choked on her hot chocolate. Sarah's eyes widened. Emma! Sarah exclaimed. That's not, you can't just ask Santa for a person. Why not? Tommy in my class got a new mom last year, and she makes the best cookies and doesn't make him eat broccoli. That's different, Sarah said. Tommy's dad met someone and fell in love. That's not something Santa brings. Emma frowned, considering this. Well, then Daddy needs to meet someone. Someone who likes books and doesn't mind that I'm messy sometimes and won't make me eat broccoli. Olivia couldn't help but laugh. Broccoli's not so bad with enough cheese on it. Emma looked at her skeptically. That's what Daddy says too. As they finished their hot chocolate, Olivia found herself relaxing. There was something about Emma's straightforward nature and Sarah's warm acceptance that soothed the sting of James's rejection. By the time they were bundling up to leave, she was genuinely disappointed the evening was ending. Thank you for letting me crash your Christmas tree adventure, Olivia said as they stood outside the cafe. Thank you for coming, Sarah replied. It was nice to have adult conversation that doesn't revolve around diaper brands. Emma tugged on Olivia's coat. Can we see you again? Maybe you could come to my school play? It's on Friday. Olivia hesitated, looking to Sarah for guidance. You're welcome to come, Sarah said. Though I should probably talk to James first. I understand, Olivia said. It might be a bit awkward. Can I have your phone? Emma asked suddenly. Confused, Olivia handed over her phone. Emma promptly took a selfie, her gap-toothed smile filling the screen, then handed it back. "Now you won't forget me," she declared. "I don't think that would be possible," Olivia said honestly. As they parted ways, Emma threw her arms around Olivia's waist in a fierce hug. "Bye, Olivia. I hope your Christmas wish comes true." Olivia hugged her back, surprised by the lump in her throat. "Yours too, Emma." Walking home through the gently falling snow, Olivia felt lighter somehow. The evening hadn't gone as planned, not at all, but somehow, it had been exactly what she needed. Her phone buzzed with a text from Claire. How was the date? Olivia paused, considering how to respond. Finally, she typed, "He stood me up. But I met his daughter and sister instead, and it turned out to be a lovely evening, *. Claire's response was immediate, "What? I'm going to kill him. Are you okay, *. "I'm fine," Olivia replied. "Actually, I'm better than fine." And she was surprised to find it was true. The next morning, Olivia was at her desk reviewing a manuscript when her phone rang with an unfamiliar number. "Hello? Olivia? This is James. James Wilson." His voice was hesitant. "Claire's friend." Olivia's heart skipped. "I remember. I owe you an apology. A massive one. Sarah told me what happened last night. Did she also tell you that you're an idiot?" Olivia couldn't help asking. There was a pause, then a surprised laugh. Her exact words were, "Colossal idiot, actually." "Well, she's not wrong." "No, she's not." He sighed. "I panicked. I've been doing that a lot lately. Setting up dates and then finding excuses to bail. My therapist says I'm sabotaging myself." "Your therapist sounds smart. Look, I know I have no right to ask this, but, would you consider giving me a second chance? A proper dinner, no running away this time. I promise." Olivia hesitated. "I don't know, James. You really hurt my feelings. I know, and I'm truly sorry. If it helps, Emma hasn't stopped talking about you since last night. She said you're the lady who knows princess stories where they save themselves." Despite herself, Olivia smiled. "She's a special kid." "She is," James agreed, his voice softening. "And she has excellent taste in people. Better than her dad, apparently." Olivia thought about Emma's gap-toothed smile and earnest questions. About Sarah's kindness and understanding. And she thought about the Christmas wish she'd made under the tree. "One dinner," she said finally. "But you're on probation, James Wilson." "That's fair," he said, relief evident in his voice. "More than fair. Thank you. And I want to hear the real story about why you ran last night." There was a pause. "Deal. Though it's not very flattering. I'll be the judge of that." They arranged to meet the following evening at a different restaurant, a casual place where James suggested they could start over without the pressure. When she hung up, Olivia stared at her phone, wondering if she was making a mistake. But something about Emma's words kept coming back to her. Nobody should be alone at Christmas. The second date almost didn't happen. An hour before they were supposed to meet, James called in a panic. "My sitter cancelled again, and Sarah's out of town with the baby visiting our parents," he explained, sounding genuinely distressed. "I'm so sorry, but I need to reschedule." Olivia made a split-second decision. "Bring Emma." "What?" "Bring her along. We can go somewhere kid-friendly. I'd like to see her again anyway." There was